Hello everyone and welcome to Rob's Rogues, and today we're taking a look at the Mez-Its Dark Knight Rises, the 2-inch figure line that Mez-Its is doing right now. And these are kind of cute little figures. There's one more thing that I bought in 2012. This was it. This was right before New Year's. We stopped at a Toys R Us and we were kind of looking at games and things to take to a New Year's party. And my wife saw these. She goes, "Oh, these are pretty cute. Do you want to get them?" It's like, "Oh, no, I don't need to get them." She's like, "Oh, it's Batman, Dark Knight Rises." She's like, "They're only $10. She's like, why not pick them up?" Kind of had some extra Christmas money to spend, so I kind of wanted to get a little something different, and this was one of the things that I had picked up. I have one more to review after this. Here's the box that the Mez-Its came in. It says for ages 8 plus Mez-Its, 2-inch figures. You can see the Dark Knight Rises logo in the back here. A little clamshell pack that came in. You can see Batman and Bane. The other figures you can get in this line are, of course, Batman and Bane, and then Batman and Catwoman. Batman and Catwoman was the first one that she had pointed out to, and then Batman and Bane were behind. I thought, the Bane looks pretty cool. It'd be nice to, have Batman and Bane on my shelf with a bunch of my other little tiny figures. They're very small, limited articulation. The head's on a type of a ball joint, and the arms just would go all the way around 360, but the oversized head is a little bit big. Stu! Pence! No! So if you've seen So I Married an Axe Murderer, there's that little reference for having an oversized melon. I'm not kidding. That boy's head's got a gargantuan. So there, now I'm in my Mike Myers Scottish accent. So then, no other waist. The legs do move, but they're kind of weird moving. It's not like you're going to get them in a, running position or anything like that with the way the legs kind of rotate. So it's basically a hand move and a head swivel. Batman is the same way. His head does do 360. His head doesn't have as much of a swivel because of the cape, and this is just a rubber cape, which I wish they had these earlier. They were giving them cloth capes on the smaller figure. You can get the big Mez-It size that are about 6 inches, probably more 5 inches. Batman's hands and legs move exactly the same as Bane's. The other Mez-It that I have is a Batman keychain, more of the classic Batman, and as you can see, he's missing his cape. And the cape was a cloth cape, and it had like a superpowers, if you remember those figures, or Batman the Animated Series, which we will get to soon enough. Had a little like clip ring that was inside the cape, and that's what held it on. So I did have this in my pocket with all my keys, and every time I took it out, the cape would pop off. So I'd have to put the cape back on, or I would pull my keys out of my pocket, and the cape would go flying off into the parking lot. So it almost blew away a couple times, and then because of that, the little half circle that was the part that was holding the cape that was sewn in started tearing through the cape, and then it eventually tore its way out of the cape. So the cape is in the other room. My wife is going to try and sew it. So I actually almost kind of bought this to possibly take this cape off of this Batman if his head comes off easy, and then put that cape on this Batman, which I'm probably not going to do. I don't want to ruin this figure, so maybe if I found another one discounted, I would definitely try that. But that means having to try and take this Batman head off and hoping that it would go on, and then I'm not creating a problem where, then the body's going to keep falling off. So I just wish that the Mez-Its in this small line would have done this rubber cape to begin with. You can get Batman with a Batmobile, this exact same Batman. The wheels, I guess, really don't turn, but you can actually set him in the Batmobile and things like that. So I thought this was a nice, cool little desk type of an item that if you, instead of being able to have your big action figures with you in your office or at your computer room, then maybe you can have something a little tiny. So I have a bunch of little other, metal figures or pewter figures and those type of things. So they're going to set around some of my smaller figures. I did say 2 inches, but sometimes size really, size scale comparison really helps to see what you're dealing with. So here are their Mattel counterparts. So that kind of gives you a size comparison of how small they are. Bane could actually hold this as a Bane teddy bear. Aw. So here's a quick little review of the Mez-Its Dark Knight Rises little 2-inch figures. They're $10. I think they're a little pricey. You can get up to some of the bigger ones that, like I said, are about they're pushing 6 inches tall, if they're not 6 inches, but they're, you know, obviously bigger scale. And those are about 15. So, you know, 10 for 2. I guess I might have price pointed these at 5. But my wife's like, oh, go ahead and pick them up. They're cute. I don't know if you think they're $10 worth. I thought they kind of were, but I probably wouldn't buy any more unless they kind of came down in price. But their painted detail is very, very nice. So on a small figure as this is, you know, there's a good amount of work put into the figure. It's painted really well. I'm not a fan of this gray in here. I knew they were kind of doing it for shadowing purposes. It's really hard when your Batman is all black. I kind of hope we get away with the all black suited Batman in any more movies. I'm tired of the all black Batman. So, but there you go. Quick little video. So, as always, this is Rob for Rob's Rogue signing off saying we will see you guys next time.